What's up, YouTube? So, wanted to come on and do kind of a little different video today. Wanted to do the most useful yo-yo stuff, or most useful yo-yo. Yeah, we'll go with most useful yo-yo stuff. This is stuff that I kind of feel like if you like to yo-yo and it's a thing that you do and it's one of your hobbies, this is stuff that's useful to have, and I'm going to kind of give you the reasons why while we're doing it. First and foremost, one of the most useful things, clearly, is a yo-yo. Now, I'm going to say number one most useful thing is a Replay Pro or something like that you can have plenty of. Now, I have 3 Replay Pros. One of them is for the house so that I can take it with me if I'm going somewhere to the park or whatever with the kids. And I don't want to necessarily take a nice metal yo-yo that I could ding up. There's one in my desk at work, or there will be. It's actually in my work bag now to go. This one was in my desk at work. This is the pink Eric Koloski one. Bought this. I had 2, now I have 3. So I bought this one the other day. It was in my desk at work, but I'm like, oh, I want to bring the new one home. One in my desk at work. One is in the center console of my car, and one is here for if I go somewhere else and just want to throw a yo-yo in a bag or something with the kids, take it out and do stuff with. So highly recommend having a bunch of yo-yos that you don't care much about to do that with. I like the Replay Pro because it's cheap. It's like 16 bucks, and if it's on sale you can get it for like 15 or 20% off. Sometimes you can get it even down to like 10. When they come up, I try to grab one for if they're cheap for 10 or 12 bucks if they're on sale. Just so that I have another one to, toss around. So, Replay Pro, awesome. Useful stuff, number 1. Also, instead of that, you could go with the, although they're discontinued, but there are still some on Yo-Yo Expert, the YoyoFactory 1-star. It's not as good as the Replay Pro, but it's $6 cheaper. So if you had 3 of these, one in the desk, one at home, it's $6 less yo-yo than the Replay Pro for sure, but it doesn't suck. It's pretty good. It's plenty good. Yo-yos that you can leave places. Highly recommend having those. YoyoFactory makes good ones. The next thing that I think everybody needs to have is bulk string. Now, why bulk string? Bulk string, something like kitty string, Buddha string, something that comes in a 100-pack. I like boutique nice string. Check out Zipline strings because they're my favorite strings ever. But I like Yo-Yo String Lab stuff, and I really like the nice high-end string. It's great. It's great on nice high-end yo-yos. But for stuff like your Replay Pros and your 1-stars and whatever that you're leaving in your desk and whatever, I love kitty string. I love kitty string for lots of yo-yos too because it's great. It's great for the cheap ones. It's great for the nice ones. It's just, it's great stuff. And you can get it, pretty inexpensive. It's like 20 bucks for a 100-pack, and a 100 will last you forever. I mean, you can get tons and tons and tons of yo-yo hours out of this. So definitely recommend at least having 1 box of bulk string. Useful stuff number 2. Next thing is a yo-yo carrier. Now, Duncan makes one. I've kind of made one out of a carabiner and one of those Yo-Yo Expert black wristbands that they were giving out. But basically what this does is instead of stuffing your yo-yo into your pocket, you just kind of wrap it around the carabiner and it hangs at your side, so it's not in your pocket. And, it's good for, you carry it around hands-free, and then when you take it out and you have somewhere to put your yo-yo that's not in your pocket, and it's not, you can clip it to different parts of your belt loops and keep it out of the way. So, carabiner, wristband. I'll do a tutorial how to put this together, but it's really easy. You can probably figure it out. Next thing that I'm going to recommend is a soft bag. One of these, these ones will cost you $20 or $25, depending on which one you get. This one came in the mystery box last year, and I've modified it a little bit. But they're about the size of a lunch bag. The Duncan pouch works pretty well too. This one's about $7 or $8, and this is 20 or so. And what these are good for is they're nice to like be able to throw a bunch of yo-yos in and take them to Yo-Yo Club. You should be going to Yo-Yo Club. If you have a Yo-Yo Club around, you should be going to Yo-Yo Club. Support the local Yo-Yo Club. Support the local yo-yo scene. You know, work on that kind of stuff. But if you're going to go take your nice yo-yos to the club, get a bag. Get a nice soft bag. You know, you don't need to take 36 yo-yos to the Yo-Yo Club, but if you get a bag, you can take 4 or 5. Let people try them out, try out other people's yo-yos. That's part of the fun of going to Yo-Yo Club, is trying other people's yo-yos. So, you know, participate in that. Bring them in a nice bag so that they're nice and protected. You know, moving on. The next thing, and I've mentioned this before, pliers. Get yourself a nice pair of needle nose pliers with this this little groove worn out here. Pliers are the ultimate useful tool. Better than a bearing remover. You just pop the bearing out with the little thing here. You're not going to crush the bearing as long as you use this little circle thing here. You just wiggle it out. Comes right out. You don't scratch the bearing. You don't scratch the yo-yo. You know, it's perfect. If you get the axle stuck the wrong way in, so you can't use the hex head, this is great for grabbing on. It's also nice. You can use the wristband for that too. You wrap it around the axle, grab it. You could twist the axle out without like stripping the axle with the pliers. If it's got the snips in it, it'll also help you snip the string, which you know, is also infinitely useful, because who can use a full-length kitty string? Not me. I'm too short for that. Pliers, dig them, get them. The next thing that's similar to pliers but more travelable is the multi-tool. I have a YoyoFactory one. YoyoFactory. Bearing remover. Hex head to unscrew the axle if you got the hex side out. There's a little string cutter right there. And, you know, fits nicely in your, either on your keys, on your keychain, or where I like to leave mine, because I always end up needing this stuff at Yo-Yo Club, is in the bag, like in the front here, to take to Yo-Yo Club. So, definitely a good thing to have on you. Not as useful as the pliers, but pliers are bulky and you can't carry them everywhere. That just fits nicely on your keychain. Gotta love that. So, next thing, the bearing lube. Now, I know a lot of guys are like, I run my bearings dry, and that's good for you. But, you know, I have this little bottle of lube, I think cost me $6 and has saved me, 100 times. Maybe not saved me, but, like, you know, I buy a lot of yo-yos, clearly. Scroll through my yo-yo channel and reviews and stuff. I buy tons of yo-yos. Bought them all winter, bought them all summer, and climate affects the bearings. Very often you'll buy a new yo-yo and it'll play great. The bearing will spin great right out of the bat. Play it. All of a sudden you hear a and the bearing locks up. And your yo-yo is now responsive. This happens all the time on new yo-yos, and it's happened to me with every kind of bearing. Center tracks, you know, the centered grooved bearings, the concave bearings. Every bearing has done this to me. Across all makes, all models. One of them has done this to me. Now, plenty haven't, but I'll give you an example. I've only had this one about a couple of days now. The second day that I had it, locked up on me. That's part of the reason it came home, because I wanted to you know, bring the new one home, bring one of the older ones to work. But lube the bearing nice and gently, and flicked it a couple of times, blow the crap out of it, and then restrung it back up, played it through, and check this out. Now, I know you could maybe just not believe me that it locked up, but the bearing did lock up. But now, perfectly silent, perfectly smooth, even better than it was out of the box. So, yeah, the bearing lube, I love the one-drop V4M stuff. This is the only stuff I've used. But this is absolutely far and away lifesaver. So just get a little bottle. It's not snake oil. I know a lot of people say, "Oh, well, you don't need it." No, you need it. Get one little bottle. You'll never use the whole thing. $5. I promise you, it'll be worth every penny. Last couple of things are not as necessary, but things that I like to have around because they are immensely useful to me. One of those things being a Bic lighter. Now, I don't smoke. I don't light candles or need it for that. But I do like to melt the ends of the string, and I grabbed this yo-yo for a reason. There's a method to my madness. See how it frays like that? I hate that. But you twist it up nice here. Melt the edge. Polyester string. Don't do this with anything but 100% polyester. It'll catch on fire. Polyester string can catch on fire too. But you got your end is all melted together, and it doesn't look as bad as that ugly fray did. So lighters are good for that. It's also good. It'll cut your string for you and keep it from fraying too. If you don't have scissors or your pliers or a bearing tool around, so the lighter's good for that as well. Last but not least, I've talked about this several times. The unboxing knife. We all have to order our yo-yos online. What a good way to get into your box, but a nice knife here. So not only is the knife good to open for opening mail and stuff, boxes and what have you, but it'll also you can also cut your strings with the knife, which is super useful. So that's the last two things, maybe not as necessary, but I definitely think the rest of the stuff is pretty super necessary. But anyway, guys, that's what I think are sort of the essential yo-yo tools and stuff. But tell me, did I miss anything? Do I need to get some other stuff? Let me know in the comments. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Really appreciate everybody's time and everybody's energy and comments, and just everybody giving all the love and support lately. Really been enjoying it. Really been having a good time with this. So like and subscribe, guys, if you haven't already. Thanks for watching. Cheers to you. And I'll see you next time.